If you are deciding what type of dialysis treatment will best fit your lifestyle and personality, we suggest that you consider peritoneal dialysis. Peritoneal dialysis, or PD, is a home-based treatment that combines independence, flexibility, and freedom with personal responsibility and the self-management of chronic kidney disease.
You can do anything and everything that you did before.
I was surprised that I was able to get a full night's sleep on peritoneal dialysis because it worked at night and it was so gentle.
I feel strong, I can sleep, I can do things that I want to do.
I feel that I take care of myself on PD. My health is in my own hands.
Peritoneal dialysis is an excellent treatment option for some people. The home-based aspect makes PD appealing to those living in smaller towns or rural areas, but it is available anywhere in British Columbia. With peritoneal dialysis, your healthcare team will provide as much training as you need to feel confident managing your own care and will then maintain regular contact. Your regular visits to the renal clinic are kept to a minimum, sometimes as few as 4 visits a year, depending on your needs. But you can always call on the team, nurses, dietitians, social workers, pharmacists, and doctors with any questions or concerns. To be able to do peritoneal dialysis, a small flexible tubing or catheter is placed in your abdomen. A specially designed fluid, or dialysate solution, is directed into your peritoneal cavity through this tube. The fluid then collects wastes from your blood so that after 4 to 6 hours, or longer depending on your treatment prescription, the solution along with the collected wastes is drained out of the body and replaced with fresh solution. This procedure is called an exchange. The peritoneal cavity is always immediately refilled with solution so that continuous cleansing of the blood occurs 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. There are 2 main types of peritoneal dialysis: continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis, CAPD, and continuous cycling peritoneal dialysis, or CCPD. Continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis. With CAPD, you perform dialysis exchanges 4 or 5 times in a 24-hour period, with one longer interval occurring overnight. Each exchange involves first draining out the waste-filled fluid through the catheter into an empty bag, and then refilling the peritoneal cavity with fresh dialysis fluid, which dwells in the abdomen for the predetermined period. This way, the peritoneal cavity is always full of fluid. The entire exchange, draining and refilling, takes 20 to 30 minutes. Usually, the exchanges are done in the morning, at lunch, at supper time, and before bed. Continuous cycling peritoneal dialysis, or CCPD. With this method, a machine called the cycler automatically performs a number of exchanges overnight while you sleep. A final amount of fluid is imported into the peritoneal cavity shortly before the nighttime treatment ends, so there is fluid in the peritoneal cavity during the day. Some people require an additional manual exchange during the day, but many need only the nighttime treatment. CCPD works very well for any age group, and it is the treatment of choice for small children who require dialysis. Richard Jules is an elected council member for the Sequepum Nation. He credits peritoneal dialysis for his ability to continue serving his people.
I have so much freedom now, it feels like I've just broken out of jail or something. You know, it's all a direct result of peritoneal dialysis. Now I have a second lease on life. I can do the things that I just thought nothing of before. Now it means something. It got so good, as a matter of fact, I was able to run for council again. And, well, I got another 1.5 years to go on this term. And probably after this 1.5 years, I would probably go for another term. I can go to work, I go to meetings, I do all kinds of things. I come home by 10 o'clock and plug in. So I'll be ready to go to work at 6 in the morning. I do it for 8 hours while I'm sleeping. And it doesn't bother me at all. There's no pain or anything involved. I can watch TV, I read during the evening until I fall asleep or whatever. So it's nothing bad. I can shut it off at any time. cap myself off, go do something and come back and plug back in again and carry on. It's not a hard procedure. I think once you do it once or twice, you know, it becomes an everyday thing, like washing your face, you know. The training program didn't take very long at all. It was just on how to set up your computer, how much solution goes into you, how long it stays there, and when your last fill is going to be. I don't think there's any challenges that my catheter really gives me physically. One of the ones I did have was, you know, making love. That gets on the way at times. You know, other than that, it's no problems.
There we go.
The support has been very good. You know, we talk about a lot of different things when we're there. You know, it's like sitting down talking to an old friend, one I go visit once a month. Anybody contemplating this, I would sure recommend it, from my side anyway. I surely would.
Raymunda Huliganga has been on PD for 3 years. At 74, she still goes out dancing at least once a week.
The advantage of peritoneal dialysis really is you can adjust your time. That's number one to me. It's letting me do what I want to do, even if I am on dialysis. Yeah, like going dancing, like doing my household work, like going to parties, and some other activities. Yeah. I have this project. I coordinate 10 senior citizens. We do some little Filipino folk dancing, and we go to homes and entertain the people there. They name our group the Filipino Golden Age Group. At first, I thought I cannot do what I want now because doing my dialysis would be so much time-consuming. Actually, it's only 15 minutes to 25 minutes that I do my dialysis. Now I found out I can do the same thing as I was doing before, except for the additional task of doing my 4 times a day dialysis. I play the computer, or I can make phone calls to my friends. I can organize like practice time or everything during the time I do my dialysis. And my friends know also the time of my dialysis now, and that's when they contact me. They're sure I'm at home. Oh, my supplies, they said 1 month, but because I live in a very small place, I asked if it could be just for 2 weeks, and they said yes. So my supplies now comes every 2 weeks.
They usually go up to this high, and then up to here, and 3 or 4 boxes more outside.
When I started having dialysis, my husband started helping me up. So I did not miss, because what I cannot do, he helps me. He makes me feel that I'm not sick. He said, "You are even better than before."
Sharon Pooney was diagnosed with total renal failure just 9 months ago. PD is helping her feel better.
I used to really snap at people for no reason whatsoever. Even at the beginning of PD, when I first started, I was still snapping at people. I'd lose my patience even with my daughter over nothing. As the treatment went on, I don't think I snapped as much. It made a big difference within a month that I was feeling better. And as each day goes on, you do feel better and better. It's just a daily routine. Overnight, you're doing your dialysis treatment. In the morning, you get up and you discard everything and you take your medication, and then that's it. You know, being on PD, your kidneys are cleaned out every day, so you're not limited. You know, just at the beginning you are, because you're just trying to adjust to everything. But after that, it's just like normal. I think it's got its benefits, the fact that you still have your social life. If I want to go out with my friends and come back late, I'll get the machine set up before I go out. So you can set the machine up anytime you want to, so it's not like there's a certain time frame that you have to have it set up for. So even if you come home at 4 o'clock in the morning, you just hook it up and you just stay until bed till 12. When they said, oh, you know, the catheter is going to go by your belly button, right? And my first reaction was, oh my God, I can't wear summer dresses. You know, I can't wear jeans anymore because they're going to be able to see it. Or I can't wear a sari because in a sari your stomach shows. And everybody's like, that's your biggest fear? I was like, yeah. I'm wearing track pants for the rest of my life and big jerseys, but you can't even tell. Like, you can wear whatever you want, and you can't tell. It doesn't show it, because it's just below the belly button, so you can't see it. I have no problems being on PD, and I think that if it wasn't for PD, I don't think we'd be sitting here talking. I don't know where I would be, or what state I would be in, but I think PD has really pulled us through all this.
At 4 years old, Joshua Sui has been on PD for 2.5 years, more than half of his life.
Joshua, the high blood pressure is 200, so we stay ICU for 2 days. Then doctor quickly give Joshua to surgery. Yeah, and set the tubes inside, do dialysis. Yeah, just do dialysis for 1 day. Joshua's blood pressure is quickly to go down. Right now, I think he is much better for his spirit. He has more activity. Right now, he understands he needs to do dialysis. For example, the 1 day I said, I'm tired, I don't want to set up a machine. But Joshua said, no, you need to set up a machine because I need to do dialysis. Joshua told me. Because the dialysis need to do for 12 hours. So at 30, so next day at 30, he can disconnect. And we can get ready to school. So I can make a schedule depend on when I need to do hook up the dialysis. Sometimes nurse come to my home. I worry about something I'm not good at. The nurse can help me and teach me. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard, a little bit hard. Yeah. So fortunately, the nurse can come to my home, so I can go outside and I can relax. My son, he started speaking after 3.5 years old. Before he can't talk. Yeah, but after 3.5 years old, I quit my job. Yeah, and I stay home. I read book for Joshua. I bring Joshua go to school more, and I play with Joshua, and he can learn more and more. Yeah, so I'm very happy right now. He has a good life. Yeah.
Pat Roberts is happily retired and living in a remote community. She and her husband enjoy an active lifestyle in BC's interior, hours from the nearest hospital.
I chose this treatment because this is my lifestyle. I couldn't think of traveling back and forth and 2 hours each way. And besides, I have a husband that's, I wouldn't want him to have to live in a city. Well, I wouldn't want to have to live in a city. This is the way we want to live. I couldn't see myself sitting in that hospital 3 times a week when I could do this. I just went, I'm going to do everything I did before, everything. This takes 20 minutes, this treatment, that's all. And it's not hard. Like, it's easy to do. It takes 20 minutes, 3 times a day. In the morning when I get up, I'm having my coffee, I do it. I'm sitting there anyway. And in the afternoon, I normally do it at 2 o'clock. If we're out quadding, I've done it at 3:30 or 4. You know, not very often, but there has been days that we're out there and I go, I'm not going to die if I stay out here for an extra hour, so we do. My dietitian was awesome. She told me what I can have and what I couldn't have, and that's exactly what I did. Because I eat right, everything came back up on its own, because I remember going to the doctor and him saying, do what you're doing because you're doing really well. So that does make a difference. I've always loved to exercise anyway. I've walked all my life, every single day almost, rain, shine, snow, whatever. And I feel good. That makes me feel good. I have my blood done here in Caslow every month, and they send it to Trail. I have to go to Trail a few times a year. When I get to Trail, they look at my site to see how that's doing and check my blood work and talk to me about it. And fortunately, it's always good. We have a trailer, so anywhere I go, we take the trailer. You know, we've been south to Arizona for 6 weeks. We've been 6 weeks to Alaska. We just throw it all in the trailer and do this treatment anywhere. And it's not hard. If you do what you should do, and it's easy.
Anita Yan travels frequently for her work. She chose PD because it fits her busy schedule.
When I first diagnosed, they gave me the choice to pick. That's not difficult because right away I know I still go back to work. I still go back, go on my normal life. So that's why it's easy for me just to pick the PD, that's it. There's lots of benefit that I'm on my independent dialysis because it's controlled by yourself. I'm on the cycler during the nighttime and I only do one midday exchange. Like now I'm come to work every day, so normally I will prepare, my twin bag. I warm it up in the morning and then I wrap it with a thick towel, and then I have all the things I need. If that day I have a long day, so I will do my midday exchange in my office. But if I don't need it, I bring home and then I do it at home. Like you taking your exchange, like people taking their lunch break, their coffee break, that's it. The twin bags is very simple. You just hook it up with your catheter and then hang a little bit high up off the solution bag, and then let it drain out and then fill it back in about maybe 20 minutes. The maximum is 25 minutes. Then the whole thing is done. It's very convenient. You can do your exchange anywhere, inside the car, in the ferry, in the plane. I've been travel a lot every month or every 2 weeks. I have to fly all over, like to Montreal, to the States. All I have to do is, place the order, and then the day before I arrive to the destination, I just call to the place that I stay to confirm that all my medications there. Then it's okay. I have no problem with my catheter because every 3 months I go back to the clinic to have my general checkup. 5 years, I haven't gone into any infection. Touch wood, I'm good.
Wayne Kidd is semi-retired. He travels frequently and uses both the automated and manual systems when he travels overseas.
We have a home in Prince George, and then we have our cabin here at the lake, and we have an apartment in New Westminster. When I travel back and forth, I take the machine. The cycler is in a carrying case, and I just put it in the case and pack it with me. In the wintertime, I build kind of a tent and put a heater in it to keep the solution in the garage. And I don't need a big storage supply at either the cabin at the lake or the apartment because I leave it right in the truck and take out boxes as I need them. When they ship you a shipment, you get 2 or 3 crates of stuff, so it looks like a lot, but it doesn't last as long as you may think. So it's a continuous awareness thing to order your supplies. When I holiday, I'm better off to use the twin bags. When you holiday, you have to get a hold of the people at Baxter's, who are very good. We've cruised 5 or 6 different sailings now, and they've had everything there at the ship. I've had nothing to worry about there. That particular day, we were in a hot air balloon, and also we were touring caves. And I like to do an exchange every 4 hours. I had a bag with me, and it was hot, so I didn't have to worry about heating it. The group went on, and I just sat there and did my exchange. The main thing you got to be concerned about is that you have a clean area to do your exchange. Other than that, it doesn't bother me where I do the exchange. My life has not changed that much being on peritoneal dialysis. Sure, there's things I have to watch and things I can't do, but I highly recommend it for people that want to stay active.
On peritoneal dialysis, you have more control of your time and your health. The many benefits include less stress on the body, as waste products have little time to build up because PD is done daily. More choice when it comes to diet. A network of specially trained nurses, dietitians, social workers, pharmacists, and physicians are always available for support. As well, peritoneal dialysis allows you some freedom in traveling, and it is easy to arrange for the transportation of supplies to almost anywhere in the world. There is no additional cost for PD, as the supplies and some medications are entirely covered by our provincial medical insurance. In fact, PD can reduce personal costs in both time and money, as we try to keep clinic visits to a minimum. As with all treatments, there are some potential drawbacks to peritoneal dialysis. Given the nature of PD, the possibility of developing an infection called peritonitis exists. Peritonitis is treated with antibiotics and can usually be avoided through proper care and hygiene. Given that PD involves daily dialysis, responsibility and strong self-management skills are very important. Remember that all forms of dialysis can be associated with a potential increase in infection. And most infections can be avoided by carefully following the advice of your renal healthcare team. There are also some medical situations or physical characteristics that may make peritoneal dialysis more difficult. Talk to your nephrologist or kidney doctor to determine if you are medically suited for peritoneal dialysis. As well, your renal care team can answer many of your questions. You will work with your entire team to find the dialysis treatment that works best for you. If you'd like to find out more about peritoneal dialysis, talk to your renal care team. They will be able to tell you if you are eligible for the treatment and how to learn more.